Tonight I'm going to try making an easy cheesecake. I've never made one before, but I want one. So I've got frozen strawberries because strawberries are not in season right now. So I'm going to start with the topping, and then I'm going to move to my graham cracker crust because I'm making it from scratch also. But this calls for the strawberry topping. You can use a canned cherry pie filling, but I would rather use strawberry. It calls for 1.5 pounds of strawberries. You can quarter, slice, or dice them. Mine are frozen, so therefore after I get them cooked, I'm going to use my emulsifier and I'm going to emulsify them because I don't mind there not being any chunks. 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. If you don't have real lemon juice, you can use jar lemon juice in a pinch. That's what I'm doing, so we'll see how that turns out. And a tiny pinch of kosher salt. You're going to combine 2/3 of your strawberries into a saucepan along with your sugar. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm just using a pound of strawberries. And I do have some kosher salt up here. But I'm not going to add that yet. You need a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. You need to combine 2/3 of your strawberries into a saucepan with your sugar. Make a slurry in a small bowl, which is your lemon juice, your cornstarch, your vanilla extract, and salt, and whisk together. A slurry is always a mixture of your cornstarch with whatever liquids you're using. I need to turn that down because this is a big eye. Y'all probably know that now. I'd like to thank all my new subscribers for joining me. So now I'm going to make my slurry, which consists of the cornstarch, the lemon juice, and my vanilla. And it says a 1/2 teaspoon. I'm using a whole teaspoon. I'll probably use more sugar in my strawberries also. I'm waiting on some sugar that I can use for diabetic recipes. If you would like to see some of those, my husband's diabetic, so I need to make some for him. I hope y'all are having a good day. I am. Okay. It says, now, because I'm using frozen ones, I'm going to set my slurry aside. Let me make sure. I need to put my pinch of salt in it. Just a pinch of kosher salt. That's a pinch. I like to do a sprinkle of this, a dash of this, and a pinch of that. I can put this aside. Okay, it says on the strawberries, make your slurry in a small bowl. Combine lemon juice, cornstarch, vanilla, and salt. Whisk together until completely smooth. Add slurry to strawberries and sugar. So let me add this. Like I said, this is my slurry. The slurry is a mixture of cornstarch for thickening things. It says to use a flexible spatula to do this. Okay. Add slurry to strawberries and sugar. Like I said, I wrote this down because I don't want my book out. It says bring to a boil, stir mixture with flexible spatula over medium heat. Stir 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. until strawberries have softened somewhat and sauce has thickened. Remember, it will thicken more as it cools. And it is getting thick. I'm going to get my emulsifier out. I have my cream cheese out, and I have my 2 eggs out because they're supposed to be room temperature. If it's not at room temperature, I will show you a quick and easy way to bring things to room temperature. Okay. I have my emulsifier out. I don't know if I'll need all that, but I got it out just in case. I don't know if y'all have emulsifiers, but if you do, you can use it. If not, you can use a potato masher to mash them up. Hey, Shadow. He had a rough weekend last weekend, but I got him fixed. Okay, these are getting soft. And it says, it ain't come to a boil yet, though. And I know once it comes to a boil, I add the rest of my strawberries. And then I'll remove from heat and stir in the remaining 1/3 of my strawberries and coat them well. I may need to add more sugar, I don't know. But I've never done this with frozen strawberries. I make homemade strawberry jam all the time with fresh strawberries. But like I said, I've never used frozen strawberries. And I'm going to bring it to a boil. And then I'm going to do step by step with y'all. I'm going to do my graham cracker crust. And then, now on this cream cheese recipe, it calls for condensed milk. So I'm going to see. I can't imagine my husband not liking anything. But I don't know how it'll taste with no sour cream in it, because I can taste sour cream in cheesecake. And I have some. This recipe just doesn't call for it. It calls for condensed milk. And like I said, it'll get thick. It's getting thicker. And it will thicken as it cools. Okay, I'm going to remove from the heat, which I'm going to turn the heat off. And I'm going to add the rest of my strawberries, because this is going to be plenty for us. Put all my dirty dishes in here together. And it says to coat. And you know, I may use my potato masher instead of my emulsifier, but I don't know yet. I'll figure it out. And I'm going to leave this on the stove for now. And it says that when you make this, that, okay, you mix in your remaining strawberries, you coat them well, let topping cool, then transfer to an airtight container or glass jar while in fridge. Chill in fridge until cool. You can store these in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days, or you can freeze them in a airtight freezer bag up to 1 month. So that's good. I may need to turn it on low to make sure of the other strawberries, because I did look up a recipe for it. Just said that you could use frozen strawberries. I hope I'm not confusing y'all. But let me show y'all the consistency. I've had this pan since I was like 28 years old. But can you see that? And there's a big So I'm going to plug in my emulsifier. This is great to have, so whenever I'm making jams, this works really good. Okay, now I'm going to turn off my heat. I'm going to let it cool. And I want to show you. Okay. I don't know why. Well, I use this because it's a good pan to use. But you can kind of see it. And I'm going to leave it in here for a few minutes, and then when I pour it in, I guess I need to make sure it's sweet enough. I'm going to make sure it's sweet enough. Hope I don't burn myself like Sam the Cooking Man. He burns himself every time he tastes something. It's sweet enough. Yay. But with the sugar and the graham cracker crust and the pie filling, that should be good. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to make sure my egg and my cream cheese are at room temperature, I'm going to put warm water in a cup, and I'm going to put both eggs in there. Then I'm going to get another bowl and put my cream cheese in warm water in the packaging. I think what I'll do is put them in a Ziploc bag before I put them in here, because I don't want them to mess up. My microphone keeps going out for some reason, so I'm sorry. So I'll put these in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to put them in a bowl of warm water so that they will be at room temperature. This will not hurt your eggs, nor will it hurt your cream cheese, because you're going to use it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare my graham crackers. Okay, now I'm going to start my graham cracker crust. And it calls for 1/2 cups of graham cracker crumbs. That's going to be about 11 whole graham crackers, which I have right here, but I have some on hand, so if I need to add. 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 7 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to pulverize my graham crackers in my food processor. And you want to make sure that they are ground up very well. There's 1 and a half. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of mine in there because I do have a whole stick of butter. Okay. Then it says, I put my salt into my sugar. So you combine your cracker crumbs, your sugar, salt, and your melted butter. I'm going to mix my graham crackers and my sugar in. And I'm going to put my butter in. Now it says combine cracker crumbs, sugar, salt, and melted butter in medium bowl, being sure the mixture is well combined and the crumbs are moistened. So let me pour a little bit in there. I've never done this before, so I hope it turns out. I'm going to add the rest of my butter. I'm going to put my oven on 350. I'm going to combine this very well, making sure it is all moist. And it also says you can use a 1/3 or 1/4 cup measuring cup dry to press it into the bottom. And I'll show you what you can use the spoon for. You do not grease your pie pan. This is a 9-inch pie pan. My hands are very clean. And then you pour this in the pie pan. Because you're going to need to use your hands quite a bit for this. Okay. You do not want to press too hard because it will make your crust hard. And this is where your measuring cup will come in. And I'm not really pressing hard, I'm just spreading to make sure that it's evenly distributed. And then you will work it up onto the sides when you get this done. Take some of this and put it over here because I want it as even as possible. And you can use a spoon like this to go around the edges. guess practice is what this takes, because I've never done it before. And I'm going to do it on the top just like I do a regular pie crust, and use my fingers to press it down. And you will bake this for 10 minutes. Let it cool before adding your mixture. If any of y'all are watching from any of the places that have been affected by the hurricane, my family's hearts and our prayers are going out to y'all. And we're just waiting for a way to find out when we donate what will be the best way, so we know that you're getting any assistance that we give to you directly. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And there it is. It could have been better, but I don't think it's that bad. I bet everybody in my family likes it. Okay, now we are going to move on to the filling. I've got my ingredients room temperature, my cream cheese, and my eggs. Okay. The cheesecake consists of 1 graham cracker crust, 16 ounces of cream cheese, 2 eggs, and a half a cup of condensed milk. You will preheat your oven to 350. You're going to beat the cream cheese that's room temperature until creamy for 1 minute. You beat in your condensed milk, then your eggs until combined. You will pour your batter into your pre-made pie crust and bake for 25 minutes. Cool before topping, then keep refrigerated. I'll put my first cream cheese in there. Now I'm going to scrape, because when it's room temperature it leaves some on there. Probably shouldn't be licking my fingers. Okay, rinse my fingers off. And like I said, I am trying to think of something I can make to celebrate when I get to 100 subscribers, which that could be a while, but I can wait. It'll probably take me that long to think of something. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to them. Okay, second one. I do not like this mixer I've got. It's strange. But it will get it done. Add my condensed milk. I'm going to taste this before I knock that out. Let me pop my eggs in a bowl. You know what? I can do it in this cup. Because I don't want to pop it over there and get any shells in it. And they are room temperature by just putting them in warm water. I don't know where I learned that at. But I'm glad I did, because I'm always at the last minute wanting to do something. Okay. Messy I am. But I'll clean my mess up. I do know that the egg will help solidify it when it's baking. I made a croissant Danish the other night with cream cheese, sugar, and 1 egg. I didn't use condensed milk in it. And it was really good, and it cooked well with the egg in it. I didn't video it because I'd never done it. Okay, my pie crust is cooled off. Let me start my oven over. I'm going to pour my filling into it. And this is the first kind of cheesecake of any kind I've ever made, so we shall see. And it bakes for 25 minutes. My microphone just don't want to work, so I'll probably have to get another one, a better one. I'm going to shake the air bubbles out of it and put it in the oven for 25 minutes. When it's done, I'll show you the finished product. I just took it out of the oven and it turned out pretty. Now, I've got to let it cool, and when I cut it, I will probably post a picture of it.